Hello everyone, this is the Untitled Critic, and today marks the first anniversary for the Untitled Critic gaming website. And for this anniversary, I wanted to talk to you to tell you more about myself, about how did I end up starting the Untitled Critic gaming website, writing reviews for games, talking to developers, publishers, people in the industry, Metacritic, all that stuff, and to share with you my experience. Maybe it's something that you're already thinking about doing or pursuing in the future. So maybe it can be helpful experience for you, and most importantly, just to connect together. Tell you more about who I am. Why I love games so much. So yeah, I'll have timestamps in the description. So in case you don't want to watch the whole thing, you can just skip whatever parts you don't want. So first of all, how did I end up playing video games? I would say the first time I played video games was probably in 1998. And like many people from my generations, the first game I played was Super Mario Bros. And ever since, I just fell in love with gaming. And I don't want to sound like I'm too dramatic or romanticizing video games, but I would say gaming has become an essential part of my life, and I will explain why. So as kids, we get attached to our parents, to a hobby, to a memory, to something. We connect with this stuff. For some people, it's a book, it's a story, it's a football game. It's something that that connects so deeply to a memory from their childhood. Maybe they used to read Lord of the Rings, or their parents used to read Lord of the Rings for them before sleep at night. Maybe it's watching a football match together or going to a football match together. For me, these memories are actually all about video games. So I would remember coming back from school. It would be only me at home. My mom would be at work, and I would be waiting for her to come back. And I would have just the PlayStation 1 connected to CRT TV, one of these old, big TVs with curved screen, little bit like it wouldn't be like flat screen. The screen would be a bit of curvature for those of you who never saw a CRT TV. And yeah, basically I would spend a lot of time with these characters from these games, maybe even more than I would spend with my own mom. And these games, these stories within these games, they became sort of escapism for me from school, from hardship at school, at home, all that. And I saw these characters grow, especially when we talk about like franchises. And for example, like I remember playing God of War, the first God of War, the one on the PlayStation 2. I was in middle school. I think it was the last year of middle school. And then the second God of War came out. I was in the first year of high school. And then God of War 3 came out. I've just finished high school and was working at the time. Played even the PSP game, the first PSP game, not the second one actually. I skipped that one, couldn't get it. And then God of War 2018, God of War Ragnarok, all that stuff. So when you spend like, let's say 10-15 years with the same franchise, and you see the same character going through different phases and different stories, that character just become like a family member, like a friend, like someone you connect with, you share memories with. And for different people, it's different franchises, different different characters. Maybe it's Master Chief, or it's Mario. I mean, Mario doesn't age, right? I don't know. I mean, you get the idea, you get the message. So and I think it's different for different people, but for me at least, when I look back into my past life, into this, into my life as a whole, so I've changed. I've moved abroad and then moved again abroad. So I moved twice, and many of the people who were loved ones, friends, they're either not there anymore, they passed away, or they are so distant, either in body, I mean, like in distance, physical distance, or in communications. um, so we don't really talk together anymore. The places, I don't remember them anymore. Many of the places I grew in now, they are just feels like half remembered dream. I don't even, sometimes I even ask myself, were these places real? Obviously changing these places also forced me um, to live with, to live within different people, uh, speak a different language. Eventually, I became so distant from everything that I was, and it's like, I don't know how to. Maybe this is like just an example. It's like, like cables or ropes connecting something, and they're just falling with time, one after the other, and there is only this one thin rope which remains connecting me to that old person, that old me, and that part is video games. And not because I wanted it, but because that's how it ended up. And Yeah, so I can like pick up old games that I played when I was half my current age and play that game, and it's so weird. Yeah, it's just like it reminds me that, yeah, that person is real. He was there, he was real, I am real, and uh, it's even honestly like, sometimes I avoid even playing some old games because I know that they can trigger very old memories, some of which I don't really want to remember, but the feeling of security that, hey, these memories still exist and I can access them if I want to, that feeling is really, really good, and I love it, and I love to cherish it and to hold on to it, and this is why gaming is just so important to me. I mean, obviously, it's just, in my opinion, it's the greatest form of entertainment, right? I can go and experience life and experience amazing adventures, whether that's like high fantasy stuff, like the Elder Scrolls games, whether it's like futuristic stuff, mythology. Um, all that stuff is just incredible. Gaming is just absolutely just the best sort of entertainment. It lets you be there, not just be like an audience, just watch a movie. No, like you are physically interacting with it, whether through a controller, through VR, motion controls, whatever, all these stuff. But and for me also, so it's the entertainment part, and it's this part, I don't know, you can call it spiritual. I mean, if you're spiritual, you can call it spiritual, whatever. Um, yeah, yeah, I mean, gaming is incredible. It allows us to, to be entertained, to be connected. If you're like into online games, then some of you maybe met friends, or um, yeah, even maybe you are connected with your old friends or with loved ones through video games. So there is so many ways games can impact our lives, and for me, it definitely impacted me a lot. Ah, yeah. So most of the consoles and handhelds I owned over the years were mainly from PlayStation and Nintendo. And over the past year, I've been actually gaming mostly on Steam through Steam Deck, which I love a lot. Um, so yeah, yeah. Let's move on. Let's talk about Untitled Critic. So how did I end up starting this gaming website? So back in 2023, I played this little game on Nintendo Switch called Factorio. So Factorio, for those of you who never heard of it, it's a factory building management sim and automation. Basically, it's considered the king of automation genre. It's an incredible game. Um, I played that game, loved it. Played it some like 160 hours, I think, on the Nintendo Switch. It was actually my most played game, surpassing even like Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. And usually when I love a game a lot, I love even to go and even after playing the game for like 100 hours, I would go and watch some reviews or read some reviews. And it struck me how little this game got in terms of marketing or reviews or articles. I saw like very little things being talked about it, and that's unfortunately that's a situation when we talk about games that aren't very mainstream, even if they are like critically acclaimed games, incredible games. So Factorio didn't really get that much attention, and couldn't even made it to Metacritic because not so in Metacritic you need like 4 reviews or more for it to have like a Metacritic score. I think I'm not sure if it already achieved that mark now, but at the time it didn't really reach that milestone. And the reviews that made it that were talking about the game were actually not very informative or even informed about the game. For example, many of the criticisms these reviews wrote about the game was that were things, features that were exclusive to the tutorials. So for those of you who don't know, Factorio is a massive game. It's a huge game. So like the tutorials can last like 15 hours. I know it's crazy, but again, the game is like can play it for like a thousand hour or more. I myself, I don't play games. I don't stick with games for too long. So I usually after for Skyrim, like 99 hours was like my most, the most I played on a single save. For Factorio, it's 400 hours, and I'm still discovering things in it. So yeah, so the tutorials felt so. So yeah, the tutorials are long, but it felt like some of these reviews were written exclusively about the tutorials, which didn't really sit well with me. Felt it wasn't honest, it wasn't authentic, it wasn't representing the game as it should be. And yeah, I ended up decided like, hey, you know what? I will write a review myself. Maybe I can just put it online on Reddit or somewhere and let people, read it. I can do my part, right? Because I really loved the game and I really appreciated what the developers were trying to do with that game. Um, um, Eventually, I was thinking like, hey, I really spent like a long time writing like a long review. What should I do with it? Should I like put it online somewhere? Maybe nobody would read it. um, Eventually I decided like I will just start a website, like a blog, put it there, maybe add some more reviews, get a bit of credibility so more people can read about it. And what do I know? It's January of 2024 and I have just launched a whole website called untitledcritic.com, featuring uh, review for Factorio. Started writing some reviews for other games, ended up launching them together, like a review for Persona 5 Royal, a few games actually. And then I started writing new reviews every week, publishing more and more reviews. Uh, and yeah, it just escalated. Right now I'm standing at like 48 review and multiple articles. The website have grew. I went from having like 2 views a month to like having plus 8,000 views, which is great. The website is actually not monetized in any way, no advertisements, non-commercial. I pay for it completely. It's a dedicated hosting, so I pretty much pay for hosting, domain, maintaining it. I maintain it like myself, work on it. It has some paid plugins and stuff. It's not like cheap actually. It can cost like $190 a year, which is not a lot when you think about it. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I also buy all the games myself, all the hardware myself, and having to constantly keep like to stay up with gaming. It's actually it can add like a lot of costs, especially when it because it also takes like a lot of time to write like a well written review and to play the game, write a review, edit it, publish it, maybe record a video, um, make sure the website is working. Sometimes it crashes for some reason, sometimes something is not working. So yeah, it takes a lot of time, efforts, money, of course. If some of these features on the websites are actually subscriptions that you need to keep up with for the website to keep running smoothly. So yeah, I tried actually connecting with some developers and publishers to share with them like, hey, this is me. I've just like wrote a review for your game. Any chance you can keep me on your press list? Unfortunately, the big ones never reply. So I have to to buy a game after it's released and then play it, publish a review. But by that time already time have passed, and it doesn't really get that much views, and because it doesn't get enough views, the website doesn't appear so attractive for publishers. So it's like a paradox. It's like the chicken and egg issue about you can only get high views if there are if you are publishing games, reviews for games before launch, like right after the embargo is lifted. But when you are small enough, nobody would give you these reviews, these these game codes for reviews, and so you won't have the reviews on time, and so you won't get enough views. So yeah, it's a bit complex. Luckily, I managed to get enough views just by being consistent, promoting the website, obviously having like a nice, good quality website. I mean, you can visit it. Obviously, it has some stuff that I don't like, but again, I'm not too expert on editing the website. Lots of times I try to edit something, it gets broken. I need to look out after the mobile version, the desktop version. It can be a bit of headache actually. um, so yeah, one time I actually, after writing my own review of Factorio, I got in touch with with the developer of Factorio, Whoop Software, they're called. Great people, and they actually answered me very quickly after I messaged them, and they appreciated me that that I told them like, hey, your game inspired me to start my own gaming website and write about it. They were very cool, very cool people, and I got in touch with them again once. Space Age, the expansion for Factorio was announced, and they were super cool. They were like, hey man, we will send you pre-release code so you can review the Space Age if you want. I'm like, yeah, please. And yeah, they actually sent me the review code a whole month before release, and basically I had the chance to publish a pre-release review for Factorio Space Age. So I'm really thankful to them, and that was like really helped my website. Actually, it boosted my numbers a lot, I would say. Factorio, even Factorio videos on my YouTube channel, they are the most viewed videos. So yeah, this actually did help me out quite a lot, so I'm thankful to them. But at the same time, I wanted to be very honest in my review about the expansion. And yeah, and just to make it clear, it's not like I just contacted them and said, hey, I want to get your game early, so I can write a review. Obviously, I spent a lot of time playing the base game. I bought actually the base game twice myself. It was my own money. Once for the Nintendo Switch, excuse me, and once for Steam. And then obviously they send me the code for free for the expansion, which I played mostly on the Steam Deck. I tested a little bit on my laptop, on my gaming laptop. Actually, it's not a gaming laptop, but I mean, I use it for gaming, so I call it gaming laptop. Uh, um, so yeah, excuse me, I talked a lot. um, so yeah, if you're considering going, writing reviews, becoming like a critic, gaming journalist, I mean, I know people hate these words, gaming journalists, because there is this stereotype about gaming journalists not knowing much about games, or maybe, just doing it for work. For me, I would say I do it because I love it. I love video games. I play video games either way. So whether I'm writing about them or not writing about them, I'm playing them. Sometimes I don't publish reviews for games that I played, because I just feel like I didn't spend enough time with them, or maybe just I couldn't connect with the game in a way that made me feel that I can form a really good critical opinion about it. So that happened a few times for me, where I played games, finished it even, I'm like, I don't even know what to think about it. So yeah, writing reviews every week can be actually, sometimes can give you gaming fatigue. Sometimes I would get tired of it. I would say I would try to take a break, but again, I don't want my website to become like just dormant, just to have nothing going on it. So I would maybe just publish like an article, talk about, okay, here is my top 10 games from the 2000s, something like that. Give me like a week to get myself back together, find something good game to play, and write a review about it. Excuse me. I swallowed air or what? Something stuck in my throat. Anyway, yeah, it can be unappreciated work because like developers, publishers, a lot of them, especially the big ones, they would they don't really care if you're if you're spending your money buying their games, writing about it, making videos, getting views about it. Some of them will, some of them will be like, yeah, we are thankful for your critique, for your opinion. And few of them, like like Whoop Software, they would be like really cool. They'll be like, hey, here is a we will let you review our upcoming expansion, like to play and write a review like before launch. So that's cool. There are some websites where you can register as a media or press. For example, game.press or terminals. These websites, basically, if you have a good following, you have a website, good following on it, you can go register, and then you can request keys, review keys, review codes through these websites. Obviously, the developers need to be on these websites, and they would promote that, hey, we have this upcoming game. We have some code for content creators or for press. Sometimes it's exclusive for only content creators, like only YouTubers, people who just make these, long videos talking about games, or like just playing games. I mean, these kind of YouTubers. I'm not. I don't call myself content creator. I just present myself as a gaming press, just someone who review games. I'm not really interested in like recording like long session of games and doing streams and all this stuff. It's just not me. I don't have like lots of reactions going on my face. Like when I play a game, I'm like this, right? I'm just so focused into the game. I don't talk when I'm playing. So yeah. It doesn't work for me to be a content creator. I just present myself as press, and yeah, I managed actually to register on both of these websites. You can request keys, but you are not always granted keys. I think the developers or the publishers choose usually based on who has the most views or maybe align with their games more. So I would say throughout the last year, I think I requested 4 times keys, 4 keys in total. I only received one time. I received a key. That was for a game called Mortuary Assistant. It's a horror game, just incredible game. I actually really loved it. I wrote a review about it. You can check it out. But I got that game like after it was after launch, not before. Like I found out about it, messaged the PR company that was handing the keys over one of those websites, and they actually provided me with a key. But yeah, I would say overall, I have been enjoying my time. I've made zero money out of this. I spent a lot of money, obviously, over buying like hardware, games, maintaining the website, all that stuff. The time it takes to write reviews, which can actually take quite a bit of time. Making sure the reviews, are formatted in a nice way. Um, will I monetize it eventually? I think eventually. I'm not really a fan of advertisements. I don't like when you enter a website. I mean, we all know those famous websites. You enter it, and there's like splash arts of some upcoming games on the left, right. The background of the article. It's just too much for me. I don't like it. I might start like a Patreon and ask, for maybe some donations or something like that. Maybe just to cover up at least the expenses of the websites, because at least, I mean, something like that maybe. But I'm not looking to like monetize it like with advertisements and this stuff. I would love to have like to be allowed like some pre-release access codes, early codes, so I can write just reviews on time and have them published, especially for like new games. If you check my website, I've been mostly reviewing like older games. There were a few games that I reviewed, like Shadow of the Earth Tree. I got it right on launch. I bought it actually. I didn't get a code. I asked the publishers. They never answered me. Yeah, I tried to have a review like as early as possible. So once the game was released, I immediately got it. Started playing. Oh, so yeah, so my current goals are to continue the website, grow the community, see if I can um, be able to work with some publishers to have my reviews early, and grow the community. Just be closer to you, all of you, to hear your opinions, your criticism. Maybe grow the YouTube channel. I would say the YouTube channel has been actually the biggest help for me for my website, because that's where I'm getting most of my views. So I'm really thankful to all of you. And yeah, I really hope you continue to support me, keep watching my videos, keep checking the website to read reviews over there. I don't know, maybe our written reviews, like something from the past. Most people prefer video reviews. I prefer written. I like to write and read. Maybe I'm a bit old school, but yeah, I mean, this is how I grew up. I grew up reading. Excuse me. I grew up reading reviews online because the internet was terrible. So maybe that's contributed to it. Okay, anyway, I've been talking a lot. I need to go drink something. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed talking. And yeah, I really love when I read your comments, regardless whether it's positive, not so positive. I appreciate all of you, and I really appreciate your comments. So thank you. I hope to talk to you more in the future. So, all right, peace.